Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Nationals March to October. We are sitting here just one win away from advancing to our third straight World Series. It's Game 5 here at the NLCS. It's our last game at home for the series, so I'd love to just wrap it up now instead of waiting and have to go back on the road. But we have a 0-0 tie in the bottom of the 6th inning. We are going to start with a runner on second, but there's already 2 outs. And over on the other side, to see who our potential World Series matchup will be, that series is tied 2-2. And I'm really pulling for the Rangers, man. Not because I think it'll be an easier matchup or anything, but just because it'll give us a new opponent to face. We already faced the Yankees back in year 1. We handled that, so we need a new challenger. But for our game here, it should be back to the Game 1 starters of the series, so that would mean Adone for us and Max Fried for them, which the fact that we're getting shut out again is not a good sign because that was our only loss of the series so far. Wait a second, it's not Max Fried for them. Okay, I jumped the gun because I was about to say our only loss of the series came against Max Fried, and it was because he threw a complete game shutout. But I guess the fact that he threw a complete game means that he's not available. He's not back at full energy to pitch today, so they've got Nick Nastrini out there. It is kind of funny how back when we previewed the matchup, it was those top 3 pitchers that I was worried about, and those bottom 2, both in the low 70s of overall. They've come out and at least started their games throwing a shutout pretty deep into it. But yeah, this dude's only a 72. He's got a pretty basic pitch mix, doesn't throw that hard. He gave up a lot of hits. Oh my god, 234 hits and 68 walks in only 180 innings. We have 4 hits on the board, with one of them being a double, but we haven't been able to do anything with that. We've drawn no walks. Tristan Casas is swiping more bases. How does he have multiple stolen bases? Juan Soto is back on form. Got that postseason ERA down under 2 with 6 shutout innings so far. Only 2 hits allowed. I'm guessing he's got plenty left to stay in this game also. But that is the one thing, is we kind of use both of our lefties a decent amount. They actually have a lot of energy left. For Mantiply getting used in back-to-back games and Ferguson taking like 20 plus pitches to do what he did last game. So we could probably use both of them if we need to. I won't shy away from that. But for now, let's focus on trying to get this run across here. Casas on second means that stolen base just happened. And now we have Joey Meneses up at the plate. Gonna get to take that extra lead. I'm not sure if a single would score him though, even with that lead. Oh, but I'm just missing that slurve. Couldn't quite wait back on it, and I was a little under it. I never come through in spots like that, man. Whenever we start with 2 outs and runners on, I just make the 3rd out. So now it just turns to basically a 3-inning game with everything being on me. 77 pitches for Adone. He has plenty of energy left, so I'm going to stick with him. Try and get him at least one more inning. We don't need 97% accuracy being a yellow though game. Come on. We don't need 2 degrees of being off on the thing to also be a yellow. What's going on here? There we go. There's 3 straight perfect pitches to get a punch out. Oh, thought they might have been giving that one to me, but now it's a 3-2 count. And I missed. I think Will Smith is giving me the most trouble of any of these Dodgers, man. Every at-bat that I can think of has been a struggle. Oh, and now they're stringing something together with 2 outs, of course. Actually, with the runner moving up to second there, that triggers the clutch rating, which for Adone is only a 48, so that will be the day for him. Not going to take any chances. We have Jordan Hicks up and ready to go, and he's got, I think, the highest clutch on the team at 87, so let's get him in the game, even with the lefty coming up, to make sure we get this 3rd out here so that Adone doesn't have any earned runs on his line score. There we go, just like that. Punch him out, 4 pitches, keep it at 0. Juan Soto, buddy, what are you doing? A 108 batting average, are we serious? At one point or another, he's got to do something, right? He can't go this whole playoff run without doing anything. That was actually a good swing. He still didn't hit it all that hard for as good of a swing as it was, but even if he hit it harder, it was still right to him. No, what am I doing? I'm letting Nick Nastrini carve me up. Oh my god, I'm even missing that. You can't time up the change that hangs in the zone and not do anything with it. Come on, man. Oh my god, look at Hicks hitting his spots there. And then the slider. Ooh, and look at Sheets. Look at the way he's moving over there. I don't know, man. If Sheets is moving around, changing directions like that, I feel like his future isn't in baseball. Oh, that one's going to get through, though. Come on, man. We don't want anything to even threaten on their side, especially with the top of the order coming up now. Oh, of course he takes off when I throw the off-speed pitch, but that doesn't even matter. Keibert Ruiz with the pop time there. It seemed like he exploded out of that crouch. Look at that, 1.77 catcher pop time. That's like very fast, right? Somebody's got to get to this. Is it going to be Chapman? It is. We'll call it a 1-2-3 inning. And now here's Ruiz up to hit, and I have no idea what I'm doing when I look at Baseball Savant, but from what it seemed like I could find out, I think it was the fastest average pop time in baseball this year was JT Realmuto, and it was 1.84 seconds. And Keibert Ruiz just shattered that for that caught stealing attempt. And now he's having another perfect swing to get himself on base. Dude is locked in all aspects of the game in this series. Only thing that would have been better is if I got under that. Now here's the thing. Do I have any sort of confidence in myself? You know what? I'm going to pause it real quick because I need to think. It's the bottom of the 8th. If I can get that run around, all I got to do is close it out and it's over. But if I sub out Keibert Ruiz and then we got to keep playing, then I don't have him for extra innings and he might be our most clutch hitter right now. I guess the other factor too is if I sub somebody in and then we don't score, then I also don't have them if I want to sub them in later, like a pinch hitter or something. I could just go straight for Alfaro. He's obviously plenty fast. He's just not our fastest guy on the bench. I might just do that. I think I will. I think I'm going to sub in Jorge Alfaro, get that speed, but then not also use up a different bench bat if we need to bring him in to hit or something. The only thing that's going to suck is not having Keibert Ruiz for the rest of this game, if there is a such thing as the rest of this game. Just puts more pressure on me to score this inning now. Hey, that's a 3-0 count on, I'm being honest, 3 really nice takes by me. Look at that. And there we go. We got one right down the middle. We're going to hold up Alfaro at second there, but we've got him on second now. Base hit could score him. Man, I'm going to feel dumb bringing him in if it comes down to a single up the middle and I send him and he's out by like a step. All right, we're getting a new look out there, though, which kind of sucks. It's a lefty. I knew it would be a lefty. That's good for our first hitter because it's Ian Happ with his, or I guess it's Clutch now, isn't it, with the runner on second. So it's not even a better matchup for Happ. Oh, that better not have been on the swing. No, that's really bad. That is really bad to strike out on 3 pitches like that. Okay, Luis Garcia, Mr. Clutch. Can I even call him Mr. Clutch anymore? He has not been Mr. Clutch for a while. Oh, no, and I timed it up even. I was all over that. Come on, man. Casas, please. I couldn't pull the trigger. That was the one spot I was looking for, and I still didn't swing. And he threw it there again. Freddie, you're like 38 years old now. How are you getting up and making that catch? That's the game. That's at least the run. It could have even been 2. Oh, and now he's coming up to hit. Great. Now he's going to do something. You don't just make a play like that and then lead off and not do anything. I mean, I guess this is a spot to go with a lefty here. Better matchup for both Freeman and Thompson. And Betts in the middle is more power heavy instead of being balanced. So it's kind of doesn't matter what arm he faces. I'll do it. I'm going Mantiply. Okay, that's a big strike 1 there. There we go. 12-6 got him out in front. Stay fair. Oh, Sheets had it. Chapman, come on. Not a ton of speed. We got time. We got it. There's 2. There we go. Punch out on the circle change. Great inning from Mantiply. Now let's win it. Walk it off on our way to the World Series. They're going to JP Fireeisen. I know he's got that big hits per 9, but he doesn't have the scary pitch mix. No, like, sinker or anything. Meneses has 1 hit in the series, and it was that big home run. This is another big spot for him. There we go, Meneses. I'll take it. Would have much rather had him get under a perfect swing like that, but he's on base. Now, I guess we got to think about pinch running again, don't we? Yeah, they're even bringing it up for me. Okay, you know what? We'll just go Lane Thomas here because I wouldn't want him in the field anyway. He can come in and be DH if he needs to hit again, but that's 2 of our best bats that we're going to miss out on if this goes deep into extras, so we got to win this here. This is the spot I was talking about, Soto. Big moment here. Oh, I'm considering a hit and run here on a 3-1 count. You know they want to throw it in the zone. I just don't know if I have the confidence that I'm not going to mess it up. I'm not going to do it. I mean, okay. I was going to say, is there anything more instant karma than that if that was actually a double play? I mean, it would have been better to have Soto get out at first and then Lane Thomas with his speed be on second. I can't take out another guy. I just can't do it. We can't get rid of all of our offensive weapons here if I don't bring any of them around to score. Wow. It just didn't break as much as I thought it would. All right, Sheets. It's a good matchup for you. Righty-lefty. Okay, it's a 3-2 count. We're going to have Soto on the move, so a gapper will definitely score him. I should be hitting that, man. I'm lucky I fouled it off. Oh, I should be hitting that too. He knows the spot. I drop the PCI too far every time. It's so tough to control it down there. And he went to it again. Come on, man. I'm taking off my anchor. And he goes up high. You gotta be kidding. They know what I'm doing. They know I took off my anchor. It's the most obvious thing ever, isn't it? You throw it in the toughest spot to cover when you got the PCI anchored up, and then the second I take the anchor off, it's fastballs up and nothing else. Gotta do it in extras now. No free runners on second in the postseason. We're going to Efros here to try and give us that scoreless 10th. That should be an out there. All right, that was a tough meter, but we got it. 1 pitch, 1 out. Alright, okay. I was going to say, dude, Taylor, I've thrown 3 nasty sliders. He hasn't swung at any of them. Okay, I guess it just took a sinker right down the middle to get him. And there's another one on the ground to Chapman. Quick and easy 10th inning. Let's get the job done now. Let's not extend this any further. And of course, we got to bat with the first of the 2 subs that we had to bring in for speed. That didn't work out. It's Alfaro. What do you got for me? Oh, and we got the walk. All right, that's great then. That's a great plate appearance for Alfaro. Make him throw a bunch of pitches and end up on base. Did his job about as well as I could have asked. That, oh, needs to get to the gap. I keep making these perfect swings and they're just line drive base hits. We need the big hit. Come on, Hap. One more base hit could do it though. No. But it's a good swing. I got the PCI out there. I timed it up. I took it the other way. It's up in the zone. How do I get on top of that? Garcia, Mr. Clutch. Make yourself Mr. Clutch again. No. Okay, it's foul. 2 strikes, but at least we're still alive. Luis Garcia. Mr. Clutch once again walks it off here to send us to the World Series. I hit way better than it shows the more I think about it, man. I mean, that was, I think, 4 perfect swings since I came into this game. It's just every single one of them was a line drive base hit. We couldn't get under anything, send anything to the gap. But finally we break through. It's Jorge Alfaro working his walk, and he was the one to come around to score. And then who else but Mr. Clutch coming through in the clutch finally after a down year for him. And we're taking the NLCS for a third straight year, 2 straight years against the Dodgers. And this time around, we win the series 4-1. This team's looking good, man. A shutout by the pitching, the hitting again. Like I said, I know we only put up 1 run, but I made a lot of really nice swings. If I'm back playing like this, we gotta be World Series favorites. We gotta be looking for another World Series sweep. We haven't not swept a World Series, actually, now that I think about it. Both of our first 2 World Series victories came on sweeps. So which team will it be that we face? Yankees or Rangers? It's gonna pop up here before we see the bracket. So what do we got? What logo are we gonna see? Be the Rangers. Come on. It's the Yankees. Boo! All right, it's just a World Series rematch then from year 1. That series went 7 games. Hopefully that translates to like their energies or something. Maybe they'll be more drained after having to go the distance just to get here. These rankings here in the preview for the next matchup, they're always weird, so we won't base anything off of that. We'll do what we normally do to start next episode. We'll scout them out beforehand and then we'll play game 1. But obviously we're saving the start of the World Series for next episode. So that's it for the gameplay today. If you guys are taking off after that, but I want to fill a little bit more time here and take a look at our postseason stats before we go ahead and wrap up this episode. So in 2 series, 5 games apiece, 10 total games, this is the kind of numbers we're putting up. Let's sort by hits, actually. That'll give us a good idea of who's playing well. It's Casas, obviously. Cooled off a little bit in the championship series, but he was batting like 560 in the division series, so obviously you're not going to keep that up. It still says he's hot, so he's still swinging a hot bat. But look at Abrams. He actually has a better batting average now. It's just he's batting out of the 9 hole, so he gets less at bats. But another really good postseason from him. I don't remember what he did in year 1, but last year he had like, I think he either won postseason or World Series MVP, and he might have even won both. I don't quite remember. Matt Chapman also swinging the bat well with 3 homers. Keibert Ruiz obviously had a big series. Like all this damage was in the last series because he did not do well against the Braves. Outside of those 4, though, it's not a whole lot of consistency. The batting average drops off to 216 from Meneses, and then everybody else is batting down in the 100s. But it's not like we haven't had contributions. Obviously, Luis Garcia just won that game. He's also gone deep a couple times. We have a couple homers from Sheets. Meneses had that big home run, and I've swung the bat pretty okay with him, I feel like. And then let's talk about the pitching. Starting pitching first, we've seen Cade Cavalli throw just a casual perfect game to wrap up the first series, and he's having good numbers overall in the postseason too. A sub-1 ERA, 39 punch-outs in 20 2/3 innings. He's almost striking out 2 batters per inning, 18 per 9. Somehow, Yoana Doan is 0-2, but he has a sub-2 ERA with a 26-1 strikeout to walk ratio, so he's just getting unlucky, and we almost blew it for him in that last game too, kind of. Blake Snell's had a couple of good starts, and then it's just Josiah Gray. He's the only liability of starting pitchers for us with that 5.06 ERA. But the relief pitching has been really good. Really, the only hiccup was, I think it was game 2 against the Dodgers where I came back and won. But in like 3 innings of me pitching with the relievers, we gave up 3 runs on like 7 hits. It was weird. But other than that, lockdown out of the pen. Even Nick Sandlin, look at him. Sir Anthony Dominguez has 4 saves in 4 innings for us with 8 punch-outs, hasn't given up a run. But that is where we're gonna wrap up today's episode. I'm excited to get into another World Series, and we have the advantage in game 1. So guys, as always, make sure if you enjoyed today's episode, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, why don't you go ahead and fix that and hit that subscribe button. But thanks for watching today, guys. Thanks for stopping by for this one, and I will see you next time. like extraordinarily fast.